So let's talk about knives. I think no matter if you are camping or hunting, fishing, prepping, whatever the case, it's very important to have a good selection of knives. And the first thing, I think everyone should carry some type of pocket knife on them. And a lot of people don't. I thought most guys did carry pocket knives, but a lot of people do not. This is one that I'm carrying right now. It's made by Buck, and it's got a button release, and you can swing the blade out there. I believe it's a 750 series. That's what it says on the blade. But it's really neat because you can open it with one hand, left or right-handed, and it has a clip on it. I really like clip knives. It keeps them upright in your pocket. A lot of times knives will turn sideways and kind of becomes uncomfortable. So this one's got a bottle opener on it as well, and just a really neat. It's a neat looking knife. It's really sharp. So I think no matter where you're going or what you're doing, I think you should always have a pocket knife on you to start with. So the next thing I wanted to mention, I think and a lot of people really like these. It's a good idea to have a Leatherman as well. Maybe throw this in your pack. These are some people carry these on them. They're a little bit heavy, I think, but it's good to have these around, based around pliers, and it's got a lot of different things on it other than pliers that would come in handy. A knife, and this one has scissors, and they're all set up a little bit different. Just depends on what you need and what you want. It's actually got two knife blades, and it's got a little saw. Really handy thing to have, really well made. I like the Leatherman brand. I'm not familiar with many of the other brands, but Leatherman's really good. And it came with a little leather case. You can see it's pretty worn. I've had this one for a long time, taking it on a lot of camping and hiking and canoe trips, and it just comes in very, very, very handy. Next thing I think that everyone should have is some type of fixed blade knife, and I've got a couple examples for you. This one is a Buck knife as well, and this is a pretty. The blade actually, this is Buck 119 USA. This is a pretty popular design. It's a good looking knife. It's well balanced. It's really good for skinning deer. That's what I use it for, and it works really well. Holds a pretty good edge. Good solid metal knife. Not too expensive either. I think I've seen these go for in the 50s and probably even less. And I've seen these come with, this one's a nylon sheath. I've also got one that has a leather sheath. The next knife is probably one of my favorites, and it just has a neat story. I had a book, and I'll show you, and I was thumbing through this particular book, and it came to a page talking about all kinds of different knives, and I saw this fixed blade knife right here, and I thought, wow, that really looks like a good knife. It looks well balanced. It's just nice looking. And I noticed on the blade here it says Puma White Hunter, and so I typed that in on Google, and I found that Puma is the company that makes these knives. This particular is referred to as the White Hunter, and so I started searching for it online. And I realized that this knife is about a $500 to $600 knife, brand new. And that's incredibly expensive. Now, is it well made? Well, yeah, it's very well made, but that's very expensive. So I found a guy online who was selling this particular knife for $90. So I jumped all over that. And I love it. It's incredibly sharp. It holds its edge really well. I love using this one for field dressing deer. It works really, really well. It's got a good look to it. It's got the antler handles, which I think look really nice. It's It's a full tang knife. That metal goes all the way down. It's not, you know, not two separate pieces. That makes it a lot stronger. It's got a hole for a lanyard there. Just an excellent knife. So no matter what you're doing, whether you're hunting, fishing, camping, definitely if you're prepping, you need some type of knife. I recommend you always have a pocket knife. I recommend that you have some type of multi-tool. In this case, a Leatherman. I recommend that you have a fixed blade knife of some sort, preferably two. And that's all I have to say about that.